Boom! Salutations. Excuse me. Hope this finds you in good health. This may be technically the last video I do for my Sasquatch series. I've said that before, but this may be the last one. Although it probably will not be released as the last one. That doesn't matter really though. But anyway, what this involves is the Sasquatch in the military. I've actually done a video about this before, but it was during the COVID lockdown, and I wasn't satisfied with it. Like, I think this one I know much more now than I did then. And when dealing with the Sasquatch in the military, I think, look, we all know that they're aware of them. I think they hunt them. I think they trap them. I think they do know how to kill them. And I think they're aware of everything we talk about, including some of the encounters I've heard about, is like the one that I've mentioned before, that is where the guy, the soldier, whistleblower, says that he shot a Sasquatch and it was blood, that the military came and collected the blood, and later on he was addressed as being told that there was chlorophyll in there, and there, you know, a lot of things that went behind that. So that's very interesting, and that's what takes me more into them being possibly that nuclear DNA being tree-based, of some type of extraterrestrial tree-based organism. But that's just one possible, you know, theory. Anyway, but when dealing with them, and also something that comes up very frequently is hearing about them on military bases, like especially the Edwards Air Force Base in California, which is on, I believe, in part of the desert and mountainous area. But I mean, they're running around out there, and I've heard a lot of encounters about, a lot of experiences and whistleblower reports about that, saying that they're running around out there and how they're allowed to, and not even, they're ordered to not kill them, and other things we hear about these different bases and different secret operations about them getting caught or running around on the Air Force bases actually, and then being killed or not being killed. But I mean, you look into that, you can find a lot of reports about that. And you know, something that comes up a lot is them saying, you have military whistleblowers saying, oh, I know what this is, this thing that they can't be killed, that they vanish and all that. That's crap. We kill them all the time. So, you know, that's something you can look up. So I think that that's possible, definitely. We're doing the ones that are more animal-like, but you got different types. And I just did a video over Sasquatch and dreaming recently, and are they dreamers? If they're using the dream body, it would be impervious to bullets and things like that, if they're actually bilocating and doing things as masters of awareness, and we don't really understand what we're dealing with here. So anyway, when dealing with that, and like I said, back to this military thing, and some of the reports I've heard is interesting. This is a kind of a conjunction you have here, that the military, I've heard reports from whistleblowers concerning this, and also from people who are growers in illegal marijuana operations, and that the Sasquatch have been caught out there in some of the traps that the marijuana people do, that even elude some military people and stuff. They're very dangerous, and even the Sasquatch himself is kind of trapped in there. I remember one of the accounts was that this female was trapped with the male and the child, and the male is out there, and they report, you know, the guy's saying that they started unloading on him because he started charged him like a football player, and the woman just kept laying down. They thought she was giving birth at first, and then it turns out that actually she had been caught in one of these traps, and her leg, half of her leg was gone in the middle of this marijuana field. And then the alpha male, the report of that one was interesting in terms of how much firepower it took to bring him down. And that's one of those, God, that might be on Bigfoot World. No. Sorry, I can't remember which one of those. That might be Dixicrypti. I don't know. Anyway, you can get on there, just type that in, Sasquatch Military, and all this stuff will start coming out. So, something I want to put out too, and this is something that I'm going to release this video actually tomorrow, that's on my Patreon channel, and it involves that the Bluff massacre and what might have actually happened there. Was Patty actually being hunted by a group of Canadian hunters that were hired by the loggers to actually get rid of the Sasquatch out there. And she was trying to save her child, and that's why she allowed herself to be filmed like that, and what she was walking towards. So that's something that we'll just kind of incorporate it there too. That's not exactly military, but it still has to do with them being hunted and killed. And now you'll know, because next week Jessica Jones has actually remote viewed that, and she's seen it, and it really upset her. So that's not just a crap story. And I had actually posted that video independent of her doing this remote viewing thing. That video's a month old. So anyway, think about that a little bit if you could. And something else I want to throw in that's a little different, but this is just good information, all right? MK Davis, just today and yesterday, he put up 2 videos about Patty, a different part of the footage that's the original footage that is much clearer. Much different than any of the enhancements we've seen. Okay, it's very, very clear and it's a good picture. And somebody has enhanced it and brought it up and like, what do you call it, zoomed it at the macro. And you know, my dear God, the stuff you can see on her face. You can see the eyelashes, the eyes, you can see her nose, you can see boogers even in there. It's crazy. For the first time, you can really see a Sasquatch face up close. If those of you that have not seen one already have that type of an encounter. But this was totally, it's really cool. So go to MK Davis's YouTube channel and look at his last 2 videos. And today that we're filming this is actually, what is it? It's May the 5th, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, today's Cinco de Mayo, 2023. He just put those up. So look at those and check out the enhancements and how he points out all the things you can see. Her eyes told a million words, I think, you know. And when looking at what Jessica had for data, she had things like being hunted, killed, murdered. It was horrible. So I see why she was so upset. So we'll be doing that remote investigating show next week, next Saturday or Friday it might be. And I'm releasing the video tomorrow, Saturday, on the YouTube that I've done about this already. And like I said, I didn't know for sure if it happened. I was asking a question, that's all. So I don't want to get stoned for it, all right? That pretty much wraps it up what I wanted to say about this. But I think it's serious for us all to look into. I think there needs to be some disclosure from the military about what they know about these creatures, instead of pushing people out of the areas where they're located, bullying people around. But something's going on, or more whistleblowers will come forward eventually before they terminate, before they die. I think that's happening a lot. So anyway, please subscribe, please hit the bell, share these videos. I'm still trying to beat that shadow ban. Thank you to people on Patreon. You're the ones that have made this all possible, all right? And I've tried to present as much logical, scientific, and paranormal, metaphysical information about Sasquatch as I can around the whole gamut, all right? Because they've touched my life, and I think right now it needs to be known that they're being hunted and that they're almost going to be an endangered species, or something's going on, all right? That's why they're staying away from people. So please subscribe, please hit the bell. Thank you for Patreon people. Thank you for everybody who's commenting on these videos. Please continue to do so. I try to comment back a little, but talk amongst each other and get the whole tapestry going of knowledge that we're trying to create. Thank you. Peace.